Hey guys, what's up? It's RagesSorrow here, and welcome back to Know Your Enemy, my weekly series of bossing guides designed to teach you how to kill the most fearsome creatures in RuneScape. In this week's episode, we will be covering the powerful Tormented Demons using the magic and range attack styles. Always keep in mind, regardless of the boss you face, death is always a possibility. Only bring items and gear you are willing to risk, and always bring an emergency teleport. Now let's move on to some general information regarding the boss. Knowing your enemy is half the battle when killing a boss in RuneScape. On screen now you'll see a list of information regarding the boss, including name, combat level, life points, attack styles, weaknesses, and etc. Familiarize yourself with this information, and then move on with the guide. Knowing the attacks and special attacks that a boss can use against you is always helpful. Take time to familiarize yourself with the attacks and special attacks that the Tormented Demons can use against you, and then move on when ready. It's always good to have confidence in your skills and abilities when facing off against a boss in RuneScape. On screen now you'll see a list of recommended levels and quests for the Tormented Demons. Completion of Wild Gothic's Sleep's quest is mandatory to access Tormented Demons, and I would recommend at least the minimum levels listed on screen. Using the correct weapons and armor can mean the difference between life and death when facing off against a boss. On screen now you'll see a list of weapons and armor recommended for the magic style for the Tormented Demon solo. Always remember to use the best weapons and armor available to your levels, or that you're able to afford. On screen now you'll see the recommended weapons and armor for the range style for the Tormented Demon solo. Loot is always the most important part of killing a boss. On screen now you'll see a list of possible rewards and loot that you can get from the Tormented Demons. Now that we've covered the basics, guys, let's move on to the setup that you're going to be using for killing the Tormented Demons. On screen now you'll see the exact setup and combat bar that you'll be using to take on the Tormented Demons. Now that we've got all that stuff out of the way, guys, let's go ahead and head on to the Tormented Demons, shall we? Alright guys, once you're all geared up and ready to go, it's time to head off to the Tormented Demons. Now you want to start in Lumbridge Basement and squeeze through this hole right here. And then once you get through that hole, you want to go down to the south end of the cave and head through this hole right here. Now this is going to take you into the Swamp Slayer dungeon, and you're just going to need to go straight south from here. Pretty much, Tormented Demons are one of the easiest bosses to get to next to Glaciers. But once you get to this little jumping zone right here, you want to go ahead and jump across. Now you may or may not fall in the water. If you do, it doesn't hurt you or anything like that. And since you're using a Sapphire Lantern, it's not going to go out. So you'll be perfectly fine. Then you just need to enter the tunnel right here. And then you want to use the lantern on one of these little light spheres right here, like that one right there, and go to option number 2 and have it carry you down into the chasm. Now this thing's going to suck you right up, and then it's going to carry you on down. Now occasionally on this little animation right here, you're actually going to see a goblin climbing up. It's kind of cool. You don't see it that often though, but sometimes you do. And once this animation is over, we'll be almost to the Tormented Demon's lair. So now what we want to do is continue heading south. It's really strange that they kept going in the same direction. But you want to keep heading this way. And then you're going to come up to this cliff facing right here. And then you want to go ahead and climb up the first part. Climb up the second part. And then you're going to see this little cave opening right here. And you want to go ahead and head through there. Once inside here, you want to go ahead and head to the east. And then start heading south again. And it's about this time, you're coming up on the Tormented Demons area. Now there's 6 of them in the area. And you want to make sure that you go in prepared. So you want to go up to about right here, and to get prepared, you want to activate the Protect from Range prayer. Then you're going to go ahead and head up this way. Now the spot that I want to show you is going to be on the north side for the luring. So you just want to run through this way, and you're there. now I'm going to show you guys how to lure these things. Guys, once you're here, you want to go ahead and start luring the Tormented Demons. Now the spots that I'm going to show you how to lure them on is going to be on the north side. You want to make sure that you remember the spawn locations for the Tormented Demons, that way you don't get a little bit messed up whenever you're doing the luring. So as you can see, we have one Tormented Demon that is up here to the north right here that we want down here. So we're going to turn on our Protect from Mage, and we're going to run down. Now this one right here up in the back, we want him over here. So we're going to move and lock him into place. And we're going to move this guy over here and get him locked into place right here. So now that he's locked in place and this one's locked in place, we want to go ahead and get this third demon locked in place as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to run over here to the back of this, and we're done. So now that we've got them locked into place, time to start killing them. Once you've got the Tormented Demons lured, you can go ahead and get them killed. But before doing so, make sure you have your quick curses set. Have them set to Protect Item, Soul Split, or either Anguish or Torment. Now you can use either Augury or Rigor if you have those, and they will do perfectly fine. Go ahead and activate your aura, drink your Overload, and drink your Renewal if you brought one with you. Go ahead and turn on your quick curses and make sure that you have your spells and everything like that set. And start attacking the first Tormented Demon that you have lured. Now, you want to make sure that you're using the abilities on your bar effectively, and you want to make sure that as soon as the Tormented Demon starts attacking you with a certain attack style, that you switch to that Protection Prayer. Now, once you realize that he has switched his Protection Prayer, you want to go ahead and get switched over to Dark Light, and then you immediately want to run in and slash him, and try to use Slice if you miss with the initial slash. Then go ahead and switch your armor over, and start attacking him with the other attack style that you brought with you. And once you deal 3100 damage, he's going to switch over to a new Protection Prayer. So just switch your armor back and start attacking again. And it pretty much just goes like that. You need to make sure that you're switching your armor and your weapon every 3100 damage each time that you see him switch his Protection Prayers. And you should be perfectly fine when taking on the Tormented Demons. They're actually a pretty easy boss, however they can deal quite a bit of damage. You just need to make sure that you're watching your prayers and make sure that you're switching correctly. Otherwise, they will deal a bunch of damage to you, and that can cause you to waste unnecessary supplies, and that can actually shorten your trips up, and you don't want to do that. So, just make sure that you're paying attention to that. Now, if they happen to bring up the shield again, just remember switch back to Dark Light, slash them one time. Remember, try not to go out of the lure area. If you happen to move one back a little bit too far, simply, just use the same lure method, go behind the rock, and lure it back in place, and that should be enough. And that should be that, guys. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I will leave up another kill for you guys, that way you get the idea of what you're supposed to do. But I hope you did enjoy the guide. If you did, then feel free to leave a like rating. If you really enjoyed the video, then feel free to subscribe. I do these videos every week, as well as a weekly boss vlog. And I'm also going to be doing Pokemon Nuzlocke challenges on Saturdays. So, stay tuned for those, guys. I've been RagesSorrow. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a fantastic day. Peace.